I wonder, is it possible that Colorado just doesn't know what they're doing?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
What do you mean by getting one of our DB? Are you talking about a current player or a recruit? Yeah, Colby had a swollen eye. His eye was basically swollen shut this morning. I think you might have got some doo-doo in your eye. Oh, commitment. Yeah, well. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Another weekend with no football, but that means we're getting closer. We're down inside of 30 days now. I think we might, hold on, how many days are, I think we're right at 30 days. All right? Yeah. We just had a 4-star recruit start shooting on a car on the interstate? What? What the fuck? Okay. Let's see if I do a search. What time is the Deion press conference? At 1 o'clock, I think? I think it's at 1. I don't know where to watch that. As far as I know, it's not on TV. I don't know, but I doubt it is. Hold on, there's a video of the guy shooting? Where can I find that? Deion Sanders health update. Zona says he doesn't think Deion quit. I don't know why else they would be bringing doctors in there except to make an excuse for him leaving. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, he's been quoted as saying he's feeling great. So to me, that sounds like whatever was wrong with him, maybe I don't know. I don't understand the reason why they would bring doctors there. If he's just, if to talk about his health, if it was good, wouldn't he just come in there and say, hey, everything's good? Like, why do you need doctors there? Seems to me like the only reason you need doctors there is to corroborate that you're not good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope he doesn't retire or leave the team or whatever. I saw some other rumors like people projecting that he's going to say, well, I'm not quitting Colorado, but I have to take one season off, and then I'm going to hand it over to whoever the assistant coach is for this season, and then I'll be back next year or whatever. But I don't know. Jimbo Fisher's on the ACC squad now. He's on the ACC network. Garrett Riley, I hope not. I hope Garrett Riley sticks around for at least another couple of seasons before he jets out to take a head coaching job somewhere. I don't know that I'd want to take the Colorado job after be the one right after Deion. I mean, you're basically taking over a program that has to be completely rebuilt from the ground up, because that's just the way. I mean, he doesn't run it like a normal college program. I mean, he's basically treats it like a free agency in the NFL and just gets transfers. So you have to reestablish recruiting at Colorado if you're a new coach after him. prayers pouring in for Deion Sanders after Saturday update. What? According to reports, Sanders and his medical team will have a scheduled press conference this coming Monday. Per a university news release, the press conference is aimed to providing general and team updates for the 2025 season. That's very... They don't... General and team updates. Well, that doesn't tell you anything. That could be, I mean, that could literally be anything. I mean, I hope he comes in there and says he's good to go. Now, I would not want Deion Sanders to coach my team, but I still like the fact that he's coaching because it's fun, it's entertaining. I mean, I've watched more Colorado games in the last 2 years than I did in the previous 42 before that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know whether he's good for the sport, but he's definitely a lightning rod. Well, we'll see. I mean, everybody thought that after his kids, you know, and Travis Hunter were no longer on the team that he would step away. And then, of course, famously at the end of last season, he said, no, I'm not leaving. I'm hoping this is my last. Yeah, the same thing coaches always say. Yeah, I hope this is my last job and all that. But then he missed basically the entire offseason from whatever his health problem was. I don't even know if they ever really said what it was. But, I mean, he already lost a toe. He's got these blood clots apparently in his leg. He's got some kind of circulatory problem. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not. If I had to guess, I'm 51% sure he's probably going to say he's stepping away for at least the time being. And I'm about 49% sure that this is all a dog and pony show. You know, because he's been out of the limelight all off season because he's had health problems. You know how Deion is. This might just be a reason to get him back in the limelight. I have no idea. Maybe he's going to go on there and be like, you know what? I had a health scare this summer or this spring, and but I'm right as rain now. Maybe that's what he's gonna. Maybe that's what the whole point of this is. He's trying to like ease the mind of Colorado fans, and but I don't know why he would need his medical staff to come in to do that. He could just say that on his own. But Mark Stoops to Colorado. I don't know about that. All right, let's see what we got in here. Dylan is here. Robert, Millis Vanillis, Colby. Let's see Colby for a few minutes last week. Jeremy Cheezel, Zona, Michael, Droid, Alex. Yeah. Harry Leggy. What's up, buddy? Seminole Seth. Low Down Get Down is here. That's good. Oh yeah, I got my first victory on the College Football Weekly show that Rex Hawk hosts. He calls it College Football Weekly, but it's not every week. So I call it college football bi-weekly, but that's not what he calls it. I had my first victory on Friday night against Uncle Lou and Carolina Jackpot. That was fun. Paid win? Yeah. Right. I wish I got paid for winning, but I didn't. How about North Carolina hopping on the Leave ACC train after it's already departed? Well, North Carolina's going to have the same problem that Clemson and Florida State and any other team that's looking to get out of the ACC has, is the grant of rights. I mean, I actually heard North Carolina mentioned in that conversation back when Florida State and Clemson were, at the forefront of that. There was 4 or 5 teams that were mentioned, and Miami's one of them. Florida State, Clemson, North Carolina. All the biggest brands, really. But they all have the same hurdle to get over. Getting out of the grant of rights, paying the payout. So. Could have joined a lawsuit. Yeah, they could have filed their own lawsuit. I mean, Clemson and Florida State had different lawsuits for different reasons. I mean, essentially the same reason in the end, but they went about it differently. I really think Clemson, I don't know what Florida State was trying to do. What Clemson was really trying to do was get a deal done, which they did. They ended up, I read an article the other day about what they spent on the lawsuit as far as legal fees and all that kind of thing compared to what they got out of it, which is a better deal, revenue sharing and all that. So I don't know what Florida State spent. I think the lawsuit ended up working out in the long run for Clemson. It may end up working out in the long run for Florida State too. I don't know, but. I mean, I never believed for a minute that either one of those teams was going to be joining the SEC in 2026. Once you get closer up into the 2030 area, it starts becoming more attainable. But that's 5 years away. So. In other news, there isn't really any other news right now in college football, unfortunately. I mean, we're sort of in this weird area. We're still a week away from fall camp starting or something like that. The first week of August, I believe, is when fall camp starts. Also, I believe the first week of August is when we get our first look at the AP rankings, preseason AP poll. And coaches poll and whatever other million polls they put out there. But so we're about a week and a half away from maybe not even a week and a half. When does the AP? I think it comes out the first week of August. ESPN is showing Deion's press conference. Is it really? I'll be honest, I don't even know if it's on, if I'll watch it. I'll just wait till it's over and just see what's posted all over social media about, what he said. I'm really not interested in sitting there and watching Deion ramble on for 30 minutes. I can tell you that right now. But what is the normal scheduled programming for ESPN? Don't they usually have one of those shows where, 6 people sit around and argue with each other about nothing? Who does Colorado start out the season with? Georgia Tech, right? Georgia Tech, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, that's right. Georgia Tech on Friday night. It's not possible that Deion's so scared of Georgia Tech he's going to quit, is it? That'd be real bad. Yeah, I'm taking anything under a touchdown. I'm taking Georgia Tech. So if it's at 3.5, I'll take that. No, I'm not betting it. I won't bet it until the week of the game, because you just never know what's going to happen between now and then. For all we know, somebody gets, suspended or whatever for the game. Some star player for Georgia Tech, and happens every year. Not to Georgia Tech, but to, some team will announce that one of their best players isn't playing the first week of the season because he violated team rules, or got a speeding ticket at Georgia or something. You know what I mean? A streaming week 0. Yeah, I'm planning on it. I think there's only there's only like 2 games, and only one of them is probably watchable. But yeah, I will.
Your mind, it is the center of your life. It is everything you hear, everything you see, everything you feel. It is everything you are.
I'm scrolling through the news feed here, and I tell you what, man, I used to love doing the news segment every week. But whenever Trump's president, it's virtually impossible. Everything is about Trump on the news. I'm trying to see if I can find any information on this. Robert, they just said it was going to be on ESPN. I'm trying to find... Oh, listen. Here we go. Hold on.
Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Now, this is something I've never heard happen before, and I want to see if there's any more information on what they posted yesterday. A pilot got arrested on the plane of a Delta Airlines flight in San Francisco yesterday. As soon as they landed, they came in the cockpit and arrested him. They never said what it was for, though. Let's see if they say here. A Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis to San Francisco took a very unexpected turn once the plane touched down in California. On Saturday, Delta Flight 2809 landed at San Francisco International Airport. Within moments of its arrival, a group of approximately 10 officers boarded the plane and arrested one of its co-pilots. A passenger on board travel outlet View from the Wing. Officers stormed the cockpit. They repeatedly took the co-pilot away, to the confusion of everyone. Reportedly, not repeatedly, including the other pilot on the flight. The co-pilot has not been identified by name. My question is, if they knew they were going to arrest him, why did they wait till he got? Maybe his crime was in California, so they waited for him to get to California. Alleged crime, I guess I should say. Otherwise, why wouldn't they just, when he showed up to work at Minneapolis, why wouldn't they just arrest him there? You see what I'm saying? Footage shared with The View from the wing appeared to show the agents on the plane. Some of them wore plain clothes. Describing the incident as quote unquote traumatic to watch. Well, watching somebody get arrested is not particularly traumatic. Somebody having a medical emergency or dying or that's traumatic. Anyway, a passenger who identified herself as Sarah told ABC News that some of the officers appeared to be wearing Homeland Security badges. Oh, there you go. I don't know why it's the identity of this man is a secret. But what I was looking for is because I'm about to go on a cruise with my family, my wife and my kids, on Thursday. It's like a 3 or 4 day cruise, I think. And there's been 2 big cruise incidents in the news in the past week. I don't know how you guys heard about that. Somebody over the weekend died on a Carnival cruise. Again, they didn't say what it was. For all I know, the guy had a heart attack in his sleep, and that's just, there was nothing to see here. I don't know how many of you have been on cruises, but half of the people on that ship look like they're about 3 seconds away from a heart attack at any given moment. So somebody just having a medical emergency and dying because they're 400 pounds on a cruise is not shocking at all. We're doing Carnival again. We went on the Carnival cruise for the Slav Olympics, and then they started sending me all these free cruise offers in the mail. And so we didn't plan on going on 2 cruises in 1 year. That's crazy. But the kids have never been on a cruise, and they've never been out of the country. And so they really wanted to go. So we were like, all right, we'll take you. That'll be our big family vacation this year. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, another cruise. This was, I think, either Thursday or Friday of last week. A Royal Caribbean cruise. One of the employees, whatever, the crew members, I guess is what they call them, stabbed another crew member, like repeatedly, and then he jumped over the side of the ship and drowned. So I don't know what happened to the guy that he stabbed. Let me see if I can find this. Royal Caribbean death? I don't know whether the guy lived or not. The guy that got stabbed, I mean, the guy who did the stabbing that jumped over the ship, the side of the ship, he did not live. They did a search and a rescue mission, and by the time they found him, he had already drowned. But what is going on here? Yeah. It was 2 South Africans. The guy stabbed the female, then he committed. That's right. He stabbed. I don't know. Did he kill her? Here we go. Here's the article from People magazine. Icon of the Seas. The Royal Caribbean crew member who died after going overboard on the Icon of the Seas ship reportedly jumped in the water after allegedly stabbing a co-worker. The employee, is identified as 35-year-old South African man, was found unresponsive in the water by a rescue team member after jumping overboard off the coast of the Bahamas. According to Royal Bahamian Police, the man allegedly stabbed another crew member identified as 28-year-old South African woman multiple times before fleeing and jumping into the water. He was later found unresponsive in the ocean and pronounced dead by onboard medical staff. Come on with these pop-ups. The footage posted on TikTok, passengers on the cruise ship are seen gathering by the sides of the ship and looking across the water. One person is heard saying they can see the man who went overboard in the sea. Another clip shows a man lying motionless in a rescue boat while they're surrounded by medical team members as the boat is being pulled up from the water and back on the cruise ship. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to know. The woman was stabbed in the upper body area and is in stable condition. Well, at least she lived. I guess it's kind of a happy ending. I mean, it's terrible that this woman got stabbed, but at least he's the only one that died. You know, it would have been tragic if she died too. I don't know, man. I'm actually honestly surprised that things on cruises like that don't happen more often than they do. I mean, you hear about it every year. I forget what the number was. How many of you guys watched that documentary that was on, I think it was on Netflix, called the Poop Cruise or whatever? Is that what it's called? The Poop Cruise? But they said on that, they read some statistics on that documentary about how many people die on cruise ships each year. And it's more than, now around the world, not just the United States. But it's a higher number than I would have guessed. But most of it, like I mentioned before, like most of it is not people. I mean, a lot of it is people falling overboard or being pushed off or thrown off or jumping off or whatever the case is. But a lot of them are also just normal things, you know, normal medical emergencies. Can you conceal carry on a cruise? Absolutely not. No. No, well, the thing is, you're leaving the country. So whatever other country you're going to is most likely not going to allow you to have a firearm in their country. But the short answer is no. No weapons at all. You can't take a knife. You can't take a gun. You can't. I don't know what the limit is. I doubt they would even let you take something like pepper spray or something like that. I mean, I don't think you can take anything like that. What's up, Jay? She said no to his advances. Yeah, probably. Either that or he had some kind of, you know, he had a thing for her and she didn't have it for him. And then all of a sudden, you know, he walks into she's, you know, canoodling with some other crew member, and he didn't like that. He got jealous. That was another thing on that Poop Cruise documentary. They interview a bunch of people that were working on the cruise at the time, and there's this one Russian chick on there. She's pretty funny, too, actually. She was talking about that. She's like, you know, I think the average, it depends on the size of the ship and how many passengers there are, but anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 crew members on any given cruise, you know, depending on the size of the ship. Most of them are single people. I mean, most, you know, married people aren't out there sailing around the world 365 days a year because they got to be home with their family. So it's mostly younger single people. Well, you put a bunch of younger single people on a ship, there's going to be a lot of sex going on. You know what I mean? Lots of fucking. Just is what it is. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, this girl he liked was banging some other crew member and he got jealous. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Yeah, there was a lot of canoodling going on after they started offering free drinks to everybody. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah,
sex in the hallways. I mean,
no, like right on the deck, like right by the pool in the in the chair, right in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, people aren't modest anymore, I guess.
And there's another, Mrs. Peete wanted to watch it over the weekend. There's another documentary on Netflix about a woman that got murdered on a cruise ship. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's like
I'll tell you a documentary I watched called The Shark Whisperer. Have you seen that yet?
No. What is that?
It's a scientist, or really, really attractive woman named Ocean Ramsey, and she is from Hawaii. So she has been around sharks ever since she was like 7, 8 years old, and she's kind of learned a language of how to, you know, deal with sharks, and you know, yeah, she's had, you know, some try to come attack her and all that, but she's learned how to push their nose down and towards away from her.
Yeah.
She's hung out with great white sharks, man. She hung out with one of the biggest sharks to record they've ever seen. And she was hanging on to his fin, his dorsal fin, riding with him.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I have seen. I just didn't know what her name was. Yeah, there's this thing with sharks where if you push like upwards underneath their nose, it kind of paralyzes them.
Yeah, well, if you push right on top of their I guess their nose, you might say, but push them down, supposedly they become a little bit more docile. And, but she's learned the angles of how they, she's learned everything about them. And go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I'm sure that's amazing, and she's very brave and smart, but eventually it only takes one time for this shark not to give a fuck and bite her head off.
It's like the what was it? Steve Irwin. What Norm Macdonald said about Steve Irwin. And the crocodile hunter, he said, well, at 44, he lived a ripe old age to be a crocodile hunter.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
And the crocodile's having conversations. Hey, Frank, you had your chance. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I could have got him and the damn baby.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all should watch that murder cruise documentary.
That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, y'all should watch it. We watched. It's a 3-part. I think they call it docuseries now.
Yeah,
it's 3 parts. We've watched 2, and it's really good.
Yeah, maybe I will watch it eventually, but that's the last thing I want to watch 3 days before I'm getting on a cruise ship.
Right. You may get murdered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have y'all watched Happy Gilmore 2 yet?
I did. I watched it over the weekend.
I watched it yesterday.
I haven't watched it yet, so no spoilers. But
I will tell you this: he's called in every single favor of Friends and they're all in the movie. Okay,
there's a couple things.
I mean, every single friend he's ever known.
Do you know how many cameos there were in that movie? Like the actual number?
Me personally, no.
All right. Well, the only reason I know is because I read it. 74.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. I agree. It's right there, man. I mean, and it's I'll say this about it. It's a stupidly funny movie.
Is it funny? Is it? It's not like a disappointment, is it?
It just depends on who you are. I don't know. I've seen.
Look, there's no way it's not going to be a movie that you will watch 100 times like that.
Exactly. Not only that, like did you see the first one, Colby?
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah, I like the first one.
Then you'll probably like the second one. Yeah, I mean,
exactly. But the first one was, it's iconic now. Okay, it's a legendary movie.
Let's get this out there. Part 2 is not as good as part 1.
No. It's just it can't be right. Reach up to that ledger as the first one. But it's still. I mean, it's entertaining. Like I said, it's stupidly funny. It's
just slapstick comedy, constant. There's not even really a plot other than just Happy Gilmore making his comeback. It's just a bunch of people that they put in there. There's a joke every 3 seconds.
You've seen it, Pete.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is Sydney Sweeney in it?
It's who?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. How come I don't remember if she was?
Oh, you'd remember.
I know I would. That's why it's weird that I don't. Because I heard she was going to be in it. Now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing her in there unless I just missed it.
I don't think she's in it. No. I don't remember seeing her.
People are mad.
Love interest, except, his former wife.
Yeah. People are mad that because, first of all, they have a bunch of current PGA players and former. I mean, Jack Nicklaus is in it.
Oh, really?
Freddie Couples?
Yeah, Freddie Couples is in it.
Always eating cobbler?
Yeah. I thought Jack and Freddie were pretty funny in it, but
yeah, Bubba's in it.
Yeah, Bubba's in it, and of course
okay.
Then they have like Scotty Scheffler's in it, Jordan Spieth,
Alexander Schauffele's in it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of pro. Scotty Scheffler's funny as hell in it.
Yeah.
I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard Travis Kelce has like a major role. I don't want to say major role, but like a
he has a role.
Yeah, he had a role.
He's kind of stupid funny in it too.
Okay.
See, what people are mad about is apparently. So you remember Chubbs from the first Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
The guy with one arm.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore's teacher, mentor, whatever. Anyway, he died, obviously, got eaten by an alligator in the first one. So his son comes back basically like as a cameo for the original Chubbs. Now, people are mad that Tiger Woods wasn't Chubb's son in part 2. Because apparently he was offered the role and turned it down.
So what's the story about without giving away?
It's
anything?
just Happy Gilmore has been out of golf for 30 years. He's a washed up, old golfer who's a fucking alcoholic and a loser, and he makes a comeback. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, they do kind of a throw off on live golf, where there's this thing called maxi golf, and
Yeah.
they approach the PGA and have a competition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, don't be
You got
expecting
Shooter
some.
You got Shooter McGavin, and they're throwing a line or a joke at you, like Pete said, about every 3 seconds, but it was entertaining.
That's
I'll say
right.
that.
Yeah, I forget. Thanks, Brad Pitt. Yeah. So the plot is that his daughter is going off to school, and it's like some special school where it's like whatever it was. It's like $80,000 a year or some shit like that.
It's a ballet school, yeah.
Yeah, ballet school for like $80,000 a year, and of course he's broke. So he's like, where am I going to get $80,000? That fast? And so the only way is like, you got to go back to playing golf. So.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll like it, I think. I mean, like I said, I don't think it'll be something you'll watch, 5 or 6 times, but it'll be entertaining, for a day.
Yeah, don't be expecting any Oscar performances in this movie.
No, nothing like that.
It seems like he just loves golf so much, like he just wanted to make another one.
Oh, you know who's really good in it too is John. He's in the whole movie. John Daly.
Oh, John Daly is hysterical.
He's funny as shit in that movie.
It's really the comedy relief. I mean, you remember I'm not trying to give too much away, Colby, but there's something that Adam Sandler's on the computer, and John comes over and says, "Are you on the computer?" The computer.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what the hell he's on.
John Daly must be really mad at the Augusta National right now because Hooters is on the land that the Augusta National just bought. So Hooters just closed in Augusta.
Really?
Yeah, it closed like 5 or 6 days ago.
Why would Augusta National need to buy the land that Hooters is on?
They're
Augusta National's
building
taking over the whole parking lot towards Columbia County. Like, they're just building more parking spaces.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And they're supposedly building a second golf course. It's kind of a training ground.
Really?
Yeah, that's on the other side, going more towards Augusta.
Okay.
Tiger Woods is actually has a hand in that building. It's a par 3 course. I think it's only 9 holes. But yeah, it's supposed to like mimic the way the Augusta National is. I don't know, but Tiger has a hand in that.
Yeah, Harry Legg says Hooters is in bankruptcy. Yeah, but I've been hearing that for years, and yeah, a lot of them have closed down. But the one around Scott, the one by the mall, by Northwoods Mall here, is still open. It's been that's been open.
I think it thrives too.
Yeah, that place has been open since I was a little kid, so it's been at least 30-something years. And then when we went to Myrtle Beach a few weeks ago with the kids, they have 2 Hooters there, and both of them, the parking lot, you couldn't even find a parking space in. So I think it's like there may be only some privately owned ones left or something. I don't know what the deal is, but
the last time I was at that Hooters, I was in there with a young country singer, Jamie Johnson. If you know who Jamie Johnson is, he's pretty well known now. But
NASCAR driver.
Yeah, he's good though, man. He's very good. From Montgomery, Alabama. He was, but he was nice as he could be. In fact, he performed it there. But this was like, good Lord, this was it was either 2003 or 4, I think, is when that was.
The reason I say that is because John Daly, he would rent out the whole parking lot at Hooters because there's like a dollar movie theater and like a seafood place right beside the Hooters, right? and he would rent out the whole parking lot, and he would park his trailer there, like his camper, RV, whatever you want to call it, and he would rent it out there and stay at Hooters during Masters Week. And people would come up to Hooters just for John Daly, and he would like have his own like outdoor deck, like, hey, come meet John Daly, and like it was a big old thing. And I go,
Yeah, he was signing autographs and
yeah, he was. They played him like he was kind of retarded in this movie.
Yeah.
Which he fit pretty well, didn't he? Didn't he, Pete?
Yeah, I thought he did good. He's funny anyway.
I thought he did great.
I haven't seen the movie, but I guarantee you he was barefooted. Was he?
I don't really. Most of the time he's sitting down.
Remember.
Or like flip-flops or something.
Yeah, almost the entire. I don't think there might be one or two scenes where he's standing. Almost the whole time he's sitting like in a chair drinking beer.
Drinking beer,
Yeah.
or eating.
Yeah, eating.
What are you doing on the computer?
You know,
I broke up. I mean, that was a breakout laugh for me in the show. Was when Daly said, "What are you doing on the computer?"
Maybe that's where they went under. They brought out their own airline. Remember, Scott, you're
Oh yeah, Hooters Airline. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Hooters Airlines. Yeah, I never flew on it, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird idea. I mean, I know there's a lot of pervy guys out there, but you're not willing to pay, like, I mean, imagine your wife telling your wife, like, oh, I'm going on a trip to Vegas. Oh, yeah, we flying Delta? No, I'm taking Hooters Airline. Oh, fuck.
Right. Yeah, that's not a good.
To Las Vegas.
Well.
Oh, man.
Did you ever finish Silo?
No, I saw about 30 minutes of it. The first 30 minutes of it was so bad I had to stop watching it.
Oh, you didn't like it? I really
I didn't.
liked it.
What is Silent?
It's this show he's been trying to get me watched for like the past 6 months.
No. I recommended it like maybe twice.
Okay, 3 times now.
Okay.
Is it a horror show or what?
I don't know. It's some post-apocalyptic movie where these people live in a grain silo. I don't know.
It's a series. It's like I think they're about to come out with the 3rd season. Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic. I thought it was good, but I guess he didn't like it.
I started watching another show this weekend that's been out for a while. I guess I just never heard of it. It's on Netflix now. It's called Hightown.
Never heard of it.
It's actually, I guess, it's not a Netflix original. So I guess originally it was on Stars. And there's 3 seasons.
Okay.
And it's not. Look, here's the thing. It's a good story, and there's good actors. Like, I actually like the show. I'm going to continue to watch it. But this is one of those shows where I don't know why. Like, there's in every single episode. First of all, there's a ton of nudity. So if you like seeing tits and ass, then this show is for you. Okay.
Yeah.
But you also dicks too. I've seen a couple of dicks in this show.
Oh, even better.
But it's just every single episode, at least once, sometimes even twice, they have to throw in this big time like gratuitous sex scene that doesn't even fit with the plot.
I don't like that shit.
Just to do it
at all.
It's like
I always kind of like rush through the damn sex scene because I don't know.
Yeah, and here's like I'm not a prude. Obviously, I like seeing a nice rack as much as the next guy, but I mean, at least make it fit in the story. Don't just do this gratuitous 5-minute long sex scene. It's like softcore porn for 5 minutes just to do it.
What's
make
the
it.
series about, Pete?
It takes place in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, whatever that Cape is. It takes place in Providence, and it's really just like about the crime. There's a crime ring there, and the feds are after them, and then the police are after them. It's kind of just like a crime series, but of course they all get. There's a bunch of interconnected stories with different. There's not really a main character either.
Are we looking at bad guys or good guys in it?
What?
Bad guy's perspective or good guy's perspective?
Kind of both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good show, but you better have your hand on the. If you don't like sex scenes that are 5 minutes long every single show, you might want to keep your finger on the fast forward button.
Yeah, to me, it seems like
when they have to have a 5-minute sex scene, they're just making time up. Well, we ran out of script here, so let's have a sex
This
scene.
is no bullshit. One of the main characters, I don't know if there really is a main character, but there's like 3 or 4 main characters. But one of them is this woman, and she's gay. She's a lesbian. And I swear to God, we just finished the first season last night. She's had sex with at least 50 women. I'm not even kidding. It's every show she's banging at least 1 or 2 other women. Like this, It's like,
well, the thing about being gay, you can bang a lot.
Yeah.
You can get laid if you're gay.
So,
I mean, you can go out in the street corner right now and get yourself laid if you're gay.
yeah.
Have you seen the series, this limited series, just came out called Untamed?
I did. We did watch that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched that over the weekend.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. I thought it was really good. It had a lot of twists and turns in it. I like that. It had a lot of kind of wake you up scenes too, with the bear. I mean,
yeah.
When the bear shows up, I'm like, holy shit!
That was one of the only
damn chair.
The thing that was good about Untamed is most of these shows, like you can kind of figure out who like it's kind of a whodunit type of show, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, before the end of the show, you could pretty much figure out who done it. This one actually had a good ending to it. I thought
it did, didn't it? It sure did.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to figure that out.
I didn't see that turn at all, in this one. No. So I kind of caught up with Netflix and all the new shows this weekend, but I'm still on Bosch. I'm going to be on the last and final season, the 7th season. So
what is that?
It's a detective series on Prime. I thought I told you about that.
What's it called again?
It's Mike Bosch, Bosch.
Oh, like the Bosch.
Yeah. It's Michael Connelly written. I don't know if you know who Michael Connelly is, but he used to cover crime for the Los Angeles Times. He wrote the whole thing about the Wonderland murders and all that, and, John Holmes, all that shit. But Connelly it's a really well written and well done show. And Titus Welliver is the detective that plays Bosch, and he's fantastic, man. The whole crew on the show is really good.
I'll have to check that out. You said there's seven seasons of it?
Yep.
I wonder how I've never heard about it.
I'd highly recommend Bosch, to anyone who hasn't seen it.
All right. 7 seasons is a lot, but
it's 10 series per season. But I think once you get into it, you'll want to watch it, man.
Oh, I'm sure if it's good, I'll like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's tough as nails, it's where, he's one of these no nonsense detectives. But man, his pad, where he lives, he's up in the Hollywood Hills. And he's got this fantastic, beautiful view of LA, and he's all into jazz. He's a jazz connoisseur. So he's always playing jazz in the background. So, I mean, I like that because you're discovering, all these old great jazz artists I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Art Pepper in particular is one I found out about, who was, kind of a junkie, and he would go in at times, but he was one of the greatest saxophone players ever in jazz. But hey, tell me about your weekly college football show with you and Lou and Pete. I mean, in Carolina Jackpot.
Oh, that's Rec Talk show that he hosts every 2 weeks or so. He's been doing it. He's been
Talk. Okay.
Yeah, he's been doing it for the past few months or something. Essentially, what it is, Scott, is it's a pretty good idea too, and Rec Talk does a great job of preparing and hosting the show. He's not really in it; he's just the host. So it's kind of like, you remember the show Around the Horn on ESPN? Yeah, it's sort of like that. So so what he does is he'll bring up a topic or a question, and then you just go around one at a time and answer it, and then he gives you points based on your answer. So just like on Around the Horn, he'll give you points if he likes a lot what you said. He'll take points away if he doesn't like what you said. So it's sort of a back and forth kind of thing, and at the end of the thing, whoever has the most points wins.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, he does a good job doing it. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, got my first victory. It's Fast
Oh,
Friday.
you got your first victory. Okay, good for you, man.
He said there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that he wouldn't let me win. Maybe that's why he let me win. I don't know. But what do you think about this Deion thing, Scott? You got 1 o'clock. He's having a press conference with his medical staff for what we don't know.
He might be resigning.
That's
man.
that's the rumor. It's like, so what happened was, as soon as the draft was over, he kind of disappeared, and everyone was like, "Where's Deion?" And then they said, "Well, he's at home. He's suffering some sort of medical problem. He's not with the team. He's not in Colorado, or not at the facility, whatever." And that was kind of the last you heard about it. Like, I think he was pretty much MIA for summer camp, spring camp.
Yeah.
So he hasn't really been around a team a lot, and everyone's just kind of like wondering where. Maybe that's why he's doing it, is because he's been basically out of the picture. But I don't understand if you're not retiring or stepping away for the time being or whatever the case is. Why wouldn't you just come? Why would you need your doctors there to say that? You just say it on your own. It seems to me that if you're bringing your medical staff in there, you're needing them to corroborate your story for why you're stepping away.
Right.
Because otherwise people won't believe you, like they didn't believe Urban Meyer whenever he stepped away from Florida and then Ohio State.
Right.
No,
well, I know he's in dire pain from his legs, that he has to get them massaged, every single day, and he can't stay on them for very long, and without the dire pain that he has. So it could be he just can't take it anymore as far as the pain goes.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to sit in a wheelchair or whatever it may be, some device to try to coach the team.
I hope
that's where pride might come in, and he wouldn't do that.
I mean, I don't wish that. I hope he's okay. I don't wish pain on it. First of all, I don't have any problem with Deion Sanders, but it's just, everybody's been saying for the past 2 years, as soon as his sons and Travis Hunter go to the NFL, he's going to bow out. And of course, the Deion stands like, no, y'all crazy. Y'all just Deion haters, blah, blah, blah. Even Deion himself said, I'm not leaving after my sons get drafted. I'm going to be here as long as they want me here, type thing. But then the timing is, as soon as the draft is over, Deion Sanders disappears.
Right.
So, it's
been gone for 2 months.
It might just, yeah. I mean, it might be just a total coincidence. He really does have a major medical problem right after the draft. And it just happened to work out that way. But the way it looks isn't good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what it is. At 1 o'clock on ESPN, they're going to have this press conference, and there's all kinds of theories. One of the theories is he's saying he's leaving because his health is too bad. There's another theory of people are saying that he's going to just step away until he's better, whether that's later this season or next year, and just have an interim coach or one of his assistant coaches take over while he's gone. And then there's other people that are saying that this is all a dog and pony show, where he's just going to come in there and say, I'm all cured now. Let's have a great season. So who knows? Right. But
well, like you said, I don't wish any ill will on the man by any means. I hope he's still able to coach. But I've seen a series about his pain, and good Lord, he just goes through a lot, man.
Yeah, I mean, they had to amputate one of his toe, or one or two of his toes, I think. And he's got blood clot. I forget what the actual diagnosis is called, whatever the medical term for it is. But he's got circulatory problems in his legs and blood clots. So, I mean, in a serious situation, you end up having to get your legs amputated. That's no bueno. There.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's not sad news, and basically.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
But it'll be a circus because everything surrounding Deion Sanders is a circus.
Well, true, because he's always lived that kind of life and always, fulfilled the press with that kind of shit,
Plus, you would have to think.
That's who he's been.
If he was announcing that he's stepping away, you would think it would have leaked by now because, I don't think that you would use this opportunity as a public press conference to tell your team that you're leaving. You would think you would tell the team and your coaches and all your staff before you went public with it. And then the chances of somebody leaking it out, especially these 18 to 19 or 20-year-old kids, leaking that information out on social media or, telling somebody that one of their friends who then takes that information and leaks it out. But we haven't seen any of that. So
right.
it seems to me like it'd be hard to keep that quiet is what I'm saying.
Right.
But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I hope he's going to be, like I said, I hope he's okay, man. That's all I can say. I hope he's, and if he does step down, then he'll, yeah.
Hey, maybe he went to spring practice.
The thing about it though, it'll take the limelight. It will shine the light totally to some other team once Deion is gone. There will be no talk about Colorado much anymore.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the show. I was like, because everyone's saying, well, if Deion leaves, like, who's the next big candidate for Colorado? Mike Stoops, I saw one. I saw Garrett Riley, the offensive coordinator at Clemson. I don't know if I'd want to be the guy that follows Deion Sanders. Not because Deion Sanders is some great college head coach who can't live up to the expectation, but because the way he does things and been running that program for the last 2 years is so unorthodox, you basically have to start over. You've got a bunch of mercenaries on your team. So Deion leaves, you don't have a team.
Yeah.
How many of those guys? I mean, you really have to start over and build a whole new team from the ground up. You might have a handful of recruits that you recruited from high school, because that's all they really have anyway on their team to begin with, that decide to stick around because they really want to go to Colorado. But 90% of the people that are there because they want to play for Deion Sanders, not because they want to play for Colorado. So right. I don't think I'd want that job unless they just backs the Brink truck up and offer you $10 million a year or something. But outside of that, I wouldn't want that job.
No, I wouldn't either, because you're right. You've got Deion's personality with that and his coaching style for that team, and you bring somebody else in who might be a protege, might be an apprentice to Deion, and might just follow what Deion has done, but. Again, they'll lose all their limelight because Deion's not there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. As soon as Deion got that job, the Colorado games before Deion got there, they'd be lucky to sell out 50% of their home games. I'm not even I'm not 50% of the home games, 50% of the stadium for every home game. As soon as he got there, tickets were $400 or $500 just because, and they weren't even that good. I mean, they were decent. Yeah. So that place is going to go back to being a ghost town if Deion leaves.
Yeah. Think of all the merch they sold with Deion.
Oh, there. God. He just signed a new contract, too. And that
went up 200% in revenue.
Yeah, he just signed a new contract, I think, at the end of last season. And Vandy Dandy says he wants to quit but still get paid. He's going to try to force Colorado to keep paying him even though he's not coaching. I guess that's one angle. I don't know the specifics of whatever his contract says.
You think Deion needs some money? No, I don't think that's the case.
I mean, it doesn't. Really, but that's a good point. He definitely is not hurting for money. He doesn't need money. He's not poor. But a lot of rich people are greedy. And I'm not saying Deion is greedy, but he may look at it as in the way that I just said. Is how much hundreds of millions of dollars or at least tens of millions of dollars that I brought into this university, they owe me type thing. Which he would have a point there. He has brought a lot of money in there just based off of his name alone. But he's also being paid handsomely to not be a very good team. I mean, they're essentially a 500 football team, and in 2 years he's what's his record there? It's right at 500, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
And so he's a 500 coach after 2 years, and he gets paid like a guy who's been coaching for a while on a good team. So
Well, do you remember the rumors that the rumors about NFL that he might even go and coach the damn Dallas Cowboys?
I would be shocked if Jerry. I know Jerry Jones is old and senile, but
that was a rumor out there,
Yeah.
and I was going, really? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. No, but who? Crazier things have happened with damn Jerry Jones. So.
Have you seen the other big, I always say controversy, but it's been in the news in the NFL, is that Shedeur Sanders for the Browns, his son, he's buried way down the jet. They're like, anybody who thinks that Shedeur Sanders is going to come out and start and lead this team this season, he's not going to even play. Like, they're saying that during these practices, they only have room for 3 different quarterbacks to throw with the first team, and he's not one of them. He's buried all the way down to like the 4th or 5th on the depth chart of the quarterback room. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, what round? Was he 6th round pick? How many people draft?
6th round pick, you're right, yeah.
How many people draft somebody in the 6th round and then throw them out there game 1 the next season? Nobody.
That's right.
So...
Who is just starting QB now for the Browns? I mean, I know Burrow was up there, but
I don't even know. Last year,
Burrow,
it was
not Burrow. I'll take that back.
Flacco.
Flacco.
Last year was Joe Flacco. Where's my NFL people at? Is he still on the Browns roster, Flacco? I think he is. But you've got Deshaun Watson, who's hurt. He's not playing. He's tore his Achilles.
Deshaun Watson. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's still getting paid. Boy, he $250 million guaranteed, and this guy had played fucking 5 snaps. Boy. But anyway, so Deshaun Watson's not an option. Deshaun Watson's really there just to kind of like hold Shedeur Sanders' hand and teach him how to be a pro or something. I don't know why he's like the highest paid mentor in the history of mentors.
Damn.
But
the Browns are just snake bit, aren't they?
Okay, so here we go. So here's the top 3. You got Flacco, Kenny Pickett, who I guess Kenny Pickett was drafted by the Steelers. I guess he got traded to the Browns. And then Dylan Gabriel. So that's your top 3. And then after that, you've got Shedeur Sanders, I guess.
Oh, Shedeur's going to be warming the bench then for a while. Well, that's what he should expect. I mean, for God's sakes. I mean, there's been talk that Stetson Bennett might get off the bench this year and play for the Rams. But
is he still on the roster?
I think he is, as far as I know. I mean, he cleaned himself up, and the coach is still believe in him. We'll see. Let me see.
Well, Tim, that's what Watson said. That didn't come. That's not my opinion. That's what Watson and Sanders both said. Well, Sanders is the one that brought it up. He said that Deshaun Watson's kind of taking him under his wing and is teaching him the ropes. Now, as long as he's just teaching him the ropes on the field and not off,
Yeah. One day ago, quarterback Stetson Bennett completes an impressive ball during Rams practice. So, who knows?
Oh, okay. So he is on the team.
He might be the backup for what's his name? Damn, I can't think of the main quarterback's name now. Former Georgia, Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah, Stafford.
Yeah. So we'll see.
There was another weird story yesterday. Christian Wilkins, former Clemson defensive tackle, national champion defensive tackle, he got released by the Raiders yesterday, and they said it was because of some weird event that happened in the locker room. They didn't say they didn't say what the event was.
What the hell could he be doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody's sock or something? What the hell?
He's a little bit out there as far as like, you remember in the playoff game against Ohio State, he stuck his finger in that Ohio State player's butt.
That's right.
Yeah, you remember that? And then they asked him about it afterwards. He's like, "Oh, I was just checking the oil." So, and apparently he's one of these guys like at the bottom of a pile who's like grabbing people and doing weird shit. So I don't know. I don't know who knows what happened. But all I know is that one of the other,
like a deeply closeted gay man.
maybe
like
I don't know.
Dogs?
He's like one of these guys that like to walk around the locker room and snap a towel on these guys' asses or something. I don't know, but whatever happened, one of the other players said that it was whatever happened was really weird. Now that's a very broad statement. And weird could mean a lot of things.
Well, he might have been sticking a finger up somebody's
Yeah,
ass,
maybe.
you know?
Yeah, maybe he goes around grabbing people's dicks in the locker room or something. Who knows?
You don't want that.
No. Don't go.
This ain't prison. You know, don't be grabbing my unit here. No, thank you.
Spank says send him to the Bills to the Bears to play with Caleb Williams. Yeah. Well, there's a rumor that Caleb Williams is also, a little light in the loafers, but I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that, as they say.
No.
But you don't want that in the locker room. No, thanks.
No, and again, I have no idea what happened. But as soon as that news came out, everyone's like, well, of course, something weird happened. He's been doing weird shit his whole career, but he's one of my favorite players at Clemson ever. Mm-hmm. Well, not only his play on it, he's an amazing player, but he's funny, But
yeah, you like a personable player. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's. I miss some of the players that played with Georgia that were, quite personable type players.
And he got drafted in the first round. I remember he got drafted by the Dolphins, and all of his teammates made fun of him his first year at the Dolphins because he got a major signing bonus, signed his big contract. Now he's got money, right? And, most of these players go out and what do? First thing they do, buy a sports car, buy some, $500,000 car. And of course they roll up to practice facility every day in their fucking Lamborghini or their whatever, Maserati. And here this motherfucker comes up riding in like a 1993 Toyota Corolla, and they're like, dude, they're like, Christian, man, you got money now. You don't have to drive that shit no more. And he's like, this isn't even my car. This is my girl. I don't even have a car. This is my girlfriend's car. Like he's notoriously like cheap, even though he's rich.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Save your damn money because a lot of these players don't do that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they need money management badly because they get all this, money coming to them and a lot of it right from the get-go. And they go out,
I forget who is.
I forget spending money on homes, cars, whores.
Yeah, he was notoriously cheap even when he was at Clemson because, I don't know how much money. This is before NIL, so he didn't get paid NIL money, but they got a stipend of a few $1,000s a month or whatever. Anyway, he was roommates. I forget who his roommate was now. I want to say it was Hunter Renfrow. Anyway, he was roommates. He had a roommate, and they lived in this apartment on campus. And Renfrow was like complaining that even during the summertime when it was 110 degrees outside, Christian Wilkins wouldn't let him turn the air conditioner on because he didn't want to pay the electric bill. Like that's how cheap he was. He's like, motherfucker, it's like 150 degrees in here. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to pay the electric bill.
That's bad, man. Now that's a little too much.
Hey, damn, man.
Too much there. What was I going to say? Oh, we're only 5 weeks away, so prediction from you: how you think your Tigers are going to do this year?
I've been on a couple of different shows doing Clemson predictions, so my prediction's out there. But I haven't done the Clemson prediction show on my channel yet. That's the only reason I'm.
Okay, well you don't have to say anything. Then.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
But it will come up. Some people have probably already heard my prediction on other people's channels, but it'll come up about 2 weeks before the season starts. So in a couple of weeks here.
Okay, good. I'll do it. All right, that'll work.
But forget their record prediction and who I think they're losing to or not losing to. I do have them as a top 12 team at the end of the year, no matter how the season goes. I'd be shocked if Clemson didn't make the 12-team playoff.
I believe that. Well, me being a Georgia Bulldog fan, I'm just going to stay straight up. They're going to be 12-0 this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could pull it off, or they may not.
You got some tough ones in there.
I know I do. We sure do. We got Alabama at home.
Yeah, you got to get over that Alabama hump because there's been several years recently where Georgia's had the better team and still lost.
But see, we're playing them at home, at our home,
Yeah,
at Sanford Stadium, and we don't have a big loss record at Sanford Stadium. So
Well, that's true.
I like that. I like that prospect.
When was the last time Georgia beat Alabama in the regular season?
In the regular season, I don't know. It's probably been years.
Yeah, I think it's been a while. Now, you don't play them that often in the regular season, so there is that.
Yeah, but we've had them for the past couple of seasons, and we only lost by 3 points in the last game I think we played in the regular season. Yeah.
Yeah, Vic says
already got the answer here.
There you go, 2007.
2008.
Lou says 2008. Yeah, so whatever. So it's been
Or seven. Now he's saying 7, yeah.
whatever. It's been 18,
It's been a while.
17 or 18 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while.
Again, I don't know how many times you played them in the regular season in that time frame, because they're not one of your normal rotation. But
no. So I don't know. I don't know the numbers of plays we've had them in that time period, but we'll see. They're not a Nick Saban Alabama anymore.
No, but they weren't last year either.
Nope. But again, they barely got by us by 3. So
yeah.
But they won. Okay, scoreboard. Okay, let's give it to them. Yeah, they won. All right. And then the next week, they got their ass handed to them by Vanderbilt, which just made me happier than a pig in shit. I was just elated at that game. Oh, I'm pissed off Alabama fans and friends of mine too, because I put a little video up about it and just going ha 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 ha, and they were like, "Well, yeah, we beat you." Oh, well, I know you did. I said, but Vanderbilt beat you. Ha ha.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was in Nashville the week after that. So that was fun.
Yeah.
They were still on a high,
Lou's giving us it's 1-3. Okay.
Yeah. So since 2007, 7, 15, 20, and 24, 1-3 in that time frame.
Yeah. Not pretty.
That's no bueno.
No, not pretty at all.
Well, you know what that means? It means you're due. Yeah. That's why I say when I
look at it like baseball. Yeah, we're due.
Whenever I'm on a roulette table and I doink away $200 in 5 minutes, I go, well, here's another 100. And my wife's like, why would you bet another 100? You just lost 200 in 5 minutes. I go, because I'm due. Now, there's no scientific reasoning behind due. It's just a reason to keep losing money.
Well, that's what the casinos want you to think too. Oh, you're due. You're going to hit it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on a 5-week winning streak.
Really? Good for you, man.
Yeah. The last time I've had to pay the bookie was 6 weeks ago.
That's awesome.
So you know what that means? I'm due.
You're due to lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Due to not went out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I dropped a lot of dimes on that one, didn't I?
You know what I've been doing, because there's nothing on but baseball. I mean, NBA's over. Obviously, college football hasn't started yet. All I've been doing is betting Major League Baseball, and I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just picking one game a day, sometimes 2, and I usually bet the over or the under. If I see a number I like, I'll bet most of the time it's over. Hell, I probably won. I'm not even shitting you. Probably 15 or 20 bets in the past month, just betting on the Yankees, over-unders.
That's good, man.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about baseball. Look, it's a total guess. You may as well give me a coin to flip. But hey, I've just been lucky, I guess.
It's funny. I'm in the pharmacy line. Imagine that. But I'm in the pharmacy line the other day, and it was a long line. And there's an older African American gentleman in front of me, and he's going, "Oh man, long line." I said, "Yeah." And he happened to see the guy behind us, and he was wearing a Yankees hat. And he started kind of giving him a little bit of shit about him being a Yankees fan. And the guy says, "Yeah." He asked him, "So are you from New York?" "No, I'm from the Dakotas, but I was a Yankees fan as a kid." And I said, "Well, I was too." I said, "That was the only thing that was on TV was the Saturday game of the week, and was the Yankees." And so Mickey Mantle became my hero as far as, any kind of athlete or star that I would follow. And I was 6, 7 years old too. But we got into, they just got into a whole, Brooklyn Dodgers, Milwaukee Braves. I mean, went back and forth and on this old trivia about baseball, which, found it very damn interesting. And the line, moved along faster too in regards to it. But it was fun to listen to, especially the African-American guy. He knew a lot about baseball, a ton about baseball.
Yeah, I'm just going to be honest. If it weren't for betting on these games, I wouldn't pay attention to Major League Baseball. I haven't in years. Probably in the 90s, I was really into it. When I was in the 80s, when I was really young, and of course in the 90s, I was really into it. And then I just kind of lost interest after high school, really. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, they were talking about trading baseball cards and all that, and this man had a ton of cards, and he was trading. He traded with a friend who was a St. Louis Cardinals fan, and they trade when he got St. Louis Cardinal cards, he'd hang on to them, and then that guy, if he got Yankees cards, he'd hang on to them for him. And they would trade out every year.
When I cleaned out my mom's house, whenever we moved her out of her house a few years ago, I still had all my baseball, not all, but a lot of them. My old baseball cards from the late 80s, early 90s in her house. And I've got a big box full of them fuckers in my garage right now. And I know some of them are worth money because there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how to begin to find out. Like, I'm not sitting there going through 10,000 cards one by one and looking them up and see if they're worth it. I don't know. What do I do? How do I find out?
Say you find someone that's like that does trade cards in that regard. Bring over the box, tell him, ask him what he'd give you for it. Now, he's probably going to blowball you, because you don't know. But
that's my problem. I might have something that is worth 10 grand and he doesn't tell me. Then I'm fucked.
Yeah. But if you find somebody honest that can, give you an assessment of what you got, you might have some gems in there, man.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed, I saw this where this guy had broke into some card store like that, and he got all the Pokemon cards. And they said he got $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
My youngest repeat, he collects those things, and it's insane. He shows me about how many, he'll be like, this card's worth this much. I'm like, no, it's not. And then I look it up, and I'm like, damn, he knows what he's talking about. A Pokemon card.
I know nothing about those.
I mean, we're talking about selling for 4 and 5 figures for one card.
Yes,
I'm like
something. Yeah, so I mean, they brought out they it was on Patrol Live. That's where I saw it, and one of the guys that's on there, he's a big Pokemon card. He brought out his cards, and he was going, "That one's worth $7,000." I'm like, "Holy shit, man! Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know what it is? It's the same thing happened with baseball cards back in the 90s. Like, they were selling for big money for a while, and then all of a sudden the market form just completely collapsed for a long time, and then so everyone was like, oh fuck it, baseball card trading's over with. They aren't worth anything. I mean, unless you have like a Babe Ruth card or some shit like that.
Mickey Mantle card.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle.
Kind of stuff, yeah.
But most of the market just collapsed for a long time, and I guess it made a rebound. I just never, by that time I was grown and I didn't pay attention to that world anymore. I don't know if you know Bad Dog Sports, right? Bad Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big one. I would say big into that. He was a collector and he's buying and selling even recently. He's probably who I should contact about what I need to do with my cards. He probably knows.
That's probably the guy to talk to.
Yeah,
absolutely. He'll be honest with you. The only sports memorabilia I have, which was given to me by my boss, who's a huge sports memorabilia guy, but he got me a signed signed autographed Mickey Mantle ball, and it's like right above my head here in my office. But he gave that to me on my first year anniversary with the company, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" Because I had told him something about sports and told him about Mickey Mantle was my childhood hero. he remembered that from the first conversations I had with him, in taking the job. And I was floored by it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's worth. I haven't really looked it up, to find out what it's worth. But
I know I had a Don Mattingly rookie card. I had my brother had a Nolan Ryan signed rookie card, a real signature.
God, man, that's got to be something a little bit's worth something.
Yeah, and my father-in-law gave me, or not me, he gave my son a baseball that was signed by Nolan Ryan. I don't know, that might be worth some money too.
Worth some damn money.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Jay Shupp says, even if a card is worth $100, you can only get 30 at the best for it. Those 90s baseball cards were overly printed by a manufacturer. I guess they made too many.
Yeah. Yeah, he had the major, we had Topps, Fleer, Donruss. Those were like the top three. Upper Deck was another one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Upper Deck. I remember Upper Deck. Well, it used to be you buy it. I remember baseball cards came with Topps baseball cards, and it come with a huge stick of gum. I mean, a big damn stick of gum, and then the baseball cards. And
I think I still have, because we would just buy full sets. Like the 1989 Fleer set or whatever. They come in like like almost looks like a shoebox, and apparently if you get ones that are unopened, they're worth a lot of money. Of course, I was 9 years old. I'm fucking opening it and looking in it, but I think I still have a couple of full sets that have all the cards in there. I don't know what those are worth, from like 1989, 1990 maybe.
It's based on, I guess, the players, man, and who you got as far as players go, and how rare are they? If it's not an oversaturated market, that's really something. Now in the 60s, I mentioned Topps. You only got your baseball cards by buying bubble gum. That's the only way you can get them.
Yeah.
So, oh, wow, I got two?
No, that's from downstairs.
Okay, thank you.
Here's your present.
All right, thank you. Holly bringing in presents
Open
for
it
me.
up.
You got presents.
Yeah, she bought me presents.
All right, well, let's hear what they are.
Let's see what the hell this is.
Hello.
Did she get you a butt plug?
Yeah. I need one. I needed one.
Oh, my.
I'll tell you what, the other day I did. Oh, man, that's cool. I'm a big Jaws fan, right, Pete?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the movie Jaws. So she got me this thing of kind of a painting of the orca, them trying to pull the shark pulling them away from the
Okay.
floaters. That's cool. I'll put it up in here.
Okay. Well, so we got
And I personally bought myself a Jaws cup. That's kind of a 3D cup with
it's ceramic.
with a shark. Yeah, ceramic cup. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
There you go.
So anyway, hey, you talked about gambling. Now I'm just talking about Vegas games, and you're talking about playing roulette. Do you ever play craps much or not?
Yeah, not as much as I play like roulette, and it's fun. Here's the thing: most of these casinos only have one craps table that's open at any given time. So there's 18 million people around it. It's hard to get a slot, to bet. Right. I like the electronic one, not there's two types of electronic ones. Well, you've got the traditional craps table where you put your money on the table. They move the chips around where you tell them to put them, and they pay you out. There's the electronic one where there's still a roller, but it's electronic. You bet on a screen. That's what I like to do, and that way I can still roll and I can still bet on the screen, but I'm not having to. It's confusing if you don't really know what you're doing with craps, because there's a million different bets you can make.
Yeah,
a lot of times,
that's the thing about craps, I do know that, and that's why I've never really played the game at all. Yeah,
a lot of times the dealer on a traditional craps table will confuse you if you don't know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, and so all of a sudden they're just asking you for more money and just throw it to them because you don't know what the hell you're doing. So I like the electronic one where you can bet electronically but still roll, and then of course there's a fully electronic craps machine where the machine, like, there's no people, it's just you on a machine. It's basically like a slot machine. So, but I like the electronic betting one. It's fun.
Another company I used to work with, we had an attorney, that was always with us, and we would go to this National Association of Broadcasters convention in Las Vegas every spring, and he would be on the craps table, and first day he'd lose about $5-6 grand. Second day he's up by 25 or 30 grand. And I was like, holy shit, man. But he'd be up all damn night.
Yeah,
playing.
yeah. See, what it really comes down to with craps is if somebody gets hot rolling, everybody's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's few and far between. I don't know what the actual odds are on rolling a 7 or an 11. Just not a come out roll, but it's got to be pretty high. And I was one of the high rollers one time, just by luck in Cherokee. I think I rolled like 46 times in a row without crapping out.
Damn.
And I was betting just a little bit amount of money on my own rolls, and I walked out of there with like $650 after my roll. But the other guys at the table were betting a lot more than me, and I made them some money.
Good for you.
But that's
46 times is a hell of a lot of times.
Anytime somebody, if you're betting on every roll, which you probably should be if you're playing craps, if anything over 25 rolls, you're probably going to make money unless you're just betting the pass line, and that's it. Right. But if you're betting actual numbers and side bets and stuff, if somebody rolls at 25 or 35 times, you're going to make some money. But the problem is that's very few and far between.
Right. Yeah. Do most people that bet, are they betting on the come line or the pass line in most cases, or no? Are they betting on the numbers?
Well, the newer players, the players who don't know what they're doing, that's pretty much what they're doing. But a lot of craps people are total degenerates, and they are betting the biggest circus side bet, fucking 2,000 to 1 bet. This never gonna hit, type of thing. So.
Well, that's when that's when you're a junkie to play, And
look, if you go down to the craps, table, the craps table at 3 a.m. is one of the most fun places in the casino in the middle of the night, and also one of the most depressing places. Because here's what happens: you get these guys that have been on that craps table standing there betting for the past 6 hours straight. And they might have got up big, they might have got up $5,000, and then, 2 hours later they're down $5,000 because they don't know when to walk away.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Like your friend.
Well, when you're up that high and you start losing money, I mean, me personally, if I made that much money, I'm going to get my ass out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up.
Well, that's the smart thing to do.
And go. I mean, as soon as I crap out, I'm gone.
It's hard when you're up that much on rolling dice to walk away, because you're like, I'm on a lucky streak. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, and then an hour later you're not so lucky anymore.
Right.
So.
Well, it's like anything. It's like cards. I mean, it's like blackjack, and that's why I still, if I'm going to play, if I'm going to gamble, I'm going to play Texas Hold'em. I know it's a boring game.
Uh-oh, we lost Scott. Scott, you just dropped out. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. But look, there's a reason that these casinos and hotels, if you're winning big, give you a free room. They don't want you going anywhere. The longer you stay there, the more likely you are to give that money back.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I bowed out for a second. I touched the wrong thing, and it just went up one way. Yeah, I mean, I love playing Texas Hold'em, but you can lose your ass on that pretty damn fast too, especially in a cash game. I mean, if you're in a cash game, and the most I put down is maybe $300 in a cash game. Walked away losing about 100 at one. I was at Paris, and then I've won about 150 at another. So I'm kind of broke even, and that's in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Now I played in a tournament, and I think I paid $60 to play at Cherokee, And I got down to 12th place. I didn't get into the money, but I was kind of irritated. I was irritated with the dealer because I had this damn guy. He was Jabba the fucking Hutt. I mean, this guy was huge. It was sitting there, and I was going around the table, and I said check, and I said it before the person before me. Okay. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I thought you had already said check." That's all. And this guy just jumped down my damn throat. Well, you knew. I said, "I apologize." I said, "But I just gave her a read on me before she makes the bet. So what's the harm?"
Yeah. What is the harm?
Yeah.
I don't know. Most of those table games, with card games especially, not blackjack, that's different, but like the 3-card poker and any of those other circus card games, high card flush is another one.
Yeah.
Like and even really the Texas Hold'em to some degree. Now, if you're playing in a tournament against other people, that's different than playing against the house on the floor in a regular casino. But really, you're there to win bonuses, these bonus circus bets. The red light that lights up, whatever they call that progressive shit. And you see it happen. Well, we saw it happen with Sir UGA. He'll park his ass down at one of those Texas Hold'em tables and sit there for 12 hours. I'm not even kidding. The only reason he gets up is to go pee, and he's right back at the table. But this one time we were there, I think it was not this last year, but the year before. He was sitting there, and the lady sitting right next to him hit the progressive bonus for $350,000.
Oh my God!
On one hand.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh my!
Now talk about luck.
Mortgage.
And I've seen it too. Just sitting at the 3-card poker table with Sir UGA, I've seen people hit that thing for $2-3 on one hand. The side circus bets. And it's I can never hit that for some reason, but I've seen other people do it.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's a lot of damn money in one hand. I mean, again, you hope the people make good sense with the money and do the right thing with it, or let them go piss it away.
You know what made it even worse? He said that. So apparently, I've never been lucky enough to be sitting at a table where somebody hits that kind of money. But apparently, a lot of these casinos have a rule: if you're sitting at the table when somebody else hits that jackpot, everyone else gets a big payout too, like $500 or $1,000 or whatever it is.
Right.
Just for being there. But you have to be at the table. Well, apparently, Sir UGA said that there was these two guys that they had to pee or smoke or whatever. They left their chips on the table and get up to go pee, and that's when she hit the thing. So they weren't sitting there, so they didn't get the bonus payout just for being there because they went to go pee.
Wow, they had to be mighty mad about that.
I forget how much exactly it was, but it was at least $1,000. It might have been more than that.
I'll tell you, when they weren't necessarily legal, when they had these slot machines in some of these bars. Okay, they had one of these in a slot machine in a bar at Locals in Mount Pleasant. And we got to know the game and everything else. And we would kind of, okay, if someone didn't have enough money, I said, "Oh, let me give you 40 and you keep playing," because we kind of timed it out when it was going to pay out. So I walked in one Sunday afternoon. My friend Dave was on the game, and I said, "Hey, man, just put me down for another 40 while you play." 2 hits later, he won $2,000. And he split that money with me. I hadn't even given him the damn 40 yet. So I was like, okay, well, here's the 40, and minus whatever. But I got $960 some odd dollars, just walking in the damn door.
The very first time I ever played 3-card poker was at Cherokee, right? And this is like at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I got up, ate some breakfast, drank a cup of coffee, went down to the casino. It's really early. I sit down in there's I think 4 or 5 chairs. I sit down in this one chair. It's not the one on the very end, but it's the one right next to it. and there's a guy sitting 2 chairs over from me on the left. Well, this guy and his wife walk up. So there's no 2 chairs that are right next to each other. There's the empty chair, chair, empty chair, chair, empty. So like that. So he looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, buddy, would you mind scooting over one spot so me and my wife can sit next to each other?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, buddy, no problem. You know, why not?" Like I had just sat down, I only played like 2 or 3 hands. So I scoot over to the next chair. So now basically, essentially, he's getting my hand because he's in my chair. Two fucking hands later, he hits for like $1,500.
Oh man!
I said, "Fuck this game, cash me out. I'm out of here." Try to be nice and you get screwed in the end.
The time I lost money playing Texas Hold'em, I think I had a pair of jacks, and this old man, you know, old man. I mean, he had his nurse behind him or something. You know, I was trying to bet him out. You know, I was trying to tell him, "Go away. I've got a pretty decent hand," and he kept staying with me, and you know, so I bet heavy on the final card. And he hung in there, and he had 3 of a kind. I forget what he had, but 3 of a kind of something, which he hit on the river. And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you river dancer, you."
River dancer.
But the river's the last card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh man," just like, so that's where I lost 100 right there, right then and there. I went, "Okay, well, that's my bad," because I was trying to do my best to go away, old man, go away, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the nature of cards. That's the nature of gambling, man. Just simple as that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good for you sometimes, and be very bad for you too. Lou said that Deion on Twitter is talking about updated his will yesterday. Man is really hyping up the press conference.
Oh God!
Will.
Geez, either he's being crazy with this hype or he's trolling. Like
what if he calls it? Well, he said, "Well, I found out I've got cancer and I only got 3 months to live."
You know, that would be awful if he said that. Yeah. Also, it would be a weird way to let the world know on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. It absolutely.
Well, I wasn't going to watch the press conference. I was just going to wait for the news to come out and read it on Twitter. But now, see, this is why Deion's so good. I might actually have to watch it now.
You're intrigued now, doesn't he?
Yeah, now I might have to watch it because I don't want to be the one that missed him saying he's dying.
That's right. You want to be on top of that. Yeah. Well, you know, ESPN is eating this shit up. I mean, because that 1 o'clock slot's going to pump up in ratings at that time. So,
yeah, got to give it to Deion. He's whatever you think about him, he's good at hyping shit up.
Yeah, he certainly is. Well, Pete, like I said before, man, now I'm 100%, you know, myself a little bit more. You know, I had all this kind of hanging over me, this brain surgery and everything else. That's why I didn't say anything much about going out and having a beer.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that done and over with. And now that I have, I'm ready to go and let's partake soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going out of town this week on the cruise. I'll be back next week. So sometime in the next couple of weeks, we'll definitely go out.
Okay.
Grab something to eat.
Where are you? I forgot to ask you. Where are you going on your cruise?
We're going back to the Bahamas. This time it's 2 stops in the Bahamas instead of 1. It's Nassau and Freeport, which I've been in Nassau now twice, but I've never been to Freeport, so I don't know what to expect there.
It's shady, a little shady in Freeport from what I hear.
Is it really? Well, I'm sure there's like areas where the cruise ships go where it's not that shady. I don't know.
Yeah, they try to keep all the bad elements out of there. Are you launching out of here or where are you launching?
No, Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons we did it. Huh?
Is it a Carnival cruise?
Yeah, it's Carnival. The ship is called the Elation, which is one of their, from what I understand, it's one of their smaller ships.
Okay.
So It's not as big as the one that we went on last in March.
Is it you and Mrs. Peete, or are you bringing the kids?
We're bringing the kid. That's really the whole reason we're going, is for the kids, because they've never been on a cruise and they've never been out of the country. So they're like super excited about leaving the country, even if it's just the Bahamas. They're still excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lou Stan Scott had brain surgery. Did they find one? You're a little late on that joke, Lou. I said that earlier, last week. Yeah, they found one. They certainly did. And it's working now. It's working better.
It's working better than it was.
That's right. That's right. I'm smarter now. I'm a hell of a lot smarter.
Maybe I need brain surgery.
At least that's what I tell my friends now.
If brain surgery makes you smarter, I'm going to make that appointment immediately.
Well, I just feel elated that that's not hanging over me anymore. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, when you think you've got a 26% chance of an aneurysm bursting, that's not, it's not on your brain. I mean, it's not on your head all the time, but, it comes to you.
No pun intended. It's not on your mind all the time.
Not on my mind all the time anymore, man.
Yeah.
That could be a good country song. Maybe Morgan Wallen will write that for me.
Mm.
Yeah, really. Mm. Do you like country music, Pete? I mean, I'm a big fan of old country music, okay? And I could be, I guess, a fan of some of the current country music. But what do you think of it?
If I don't have like a favorite country artist or anything. I know a good song when I hear it. So there's individual songs that I like by individual artists, but like I'm not a big fan of any one. I love Chris Stapleton. Is that considered country music? It should be.
Yeah. But Chris is, he's a breakout songwriter.
And again,
singer.
there's some of these songs, like I've heard a couple Morgan Wallen songs that I thought were cool. And so a lot of these guys, I can't remember their names. I could, if I heard their song, I'd be like, oh yeah, I heard that song. I like that song, but I couldn't even tell you who sang it.
I see. That's the thing. They are coming out like a damn machine out of Nashville, and they put on a hat, or they sing a little low and talking about beer and titties and whatever, and they're a country singer. But I just can't keep up with it.
And everybody's doing country
now.
nowadays.
Country shows that come through Charleston here. A shitload of them.
Me and Mrs. Peete were in the car the other day listening to satellite radio, and she loves country music. Okay, I don't, but she does. I mean, she knows all of them. She knows all the songs, everything. We were listening to whatever the country music station is on, and fucking Nelly came on. Nelly's got a goddamn country song. Nelly.
See, that's where I think that draws the line for me. That country isn't quite country anymore.
And I listened to the song.
George Jones, and you can't compare like George Jones. Well, I know it's dead, okay, but you can't take George Jones and his song "Take Me" and have anyone come to any fucking comparison to be that country and that soulful of a singer than he was. Maybe there's one out there that I'm not familiar with. They say Jelly Roll's really good at that. I mean, I listen to a little Jelly Roll, but I don't know.
I like a couple of his songs too, but he's not really my thing either. I respect his talent and everything. And even like I talked about this before. I forget what year it was. It was like 2015 or 14 or whatever it was. We went to a Garth Brooks concert when he was here at the North Charleston Coliseum.
Yeah, I remember that. Sold out 2 shows. Yeah,
and I mean, the guy puts on an amazing show. I mean, I don't care what kind of music you like. Yeah, like I was in awe at the production of the show. Was pretty badass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm not going home listening to Garth Brooks after that. No, so I mean, the last time I listened to Garth Brooks was when I went to that show in 2015.
I saw Garth at a radio and record convention like early 90s, and ZZ Top played before him. Okay. And he came out, and his drummer had, his wife had a baby. So he was without a drummer. And he said, we were trying to find a drummer this is in LA too. He said, we've been trying to find a drummer all day long. He said, but we're going to go on with the show. So he comes out and sings Night Moves by Bob Seger, playing guitar. Then he does Beth by Kiss, and then he did Vincent, which is a Don McLean song about Vincent van Gogh. And I'm like blown the fuck away.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And then he started playing his music, and he put on a hell of a show without a drummer.
Right.
It was like, okay, he was like, he overcompensated almost. But yeah, he is a great artist. Now I'll say that about Garth, no doubt.
Yeah, apparently he's kind of an asshole. But
Oh, well, I've heard that too.
yeah. Well, I think it's pretty well known that he is. But whatever, I don't care. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to meet him anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, he's an icon. That's for sure.
Yes, yeah, of course. He's a legend in that business. Some people, I know that they're in country music and they met Garth. Excuse me. I've heard both sides. I've heard they said he's really nice, and others said he was a bit of an asshole. So, probably could be on a given day.
A lot of those great artists or iconic people are kind of,
Yeah,
they're standoffish because they've standoffish because they
some sort of sense. I will tell you the nicest artist I've ever met.
Who?
I mean, just low down, great guy, James Taylor.
Oh, you met James Taylor?
James Taylor was the nicest individual I've ever met.
I like James Taylor music. That's good music. That's real country music there.
White music too.
Yeah.
I mean, James Taylor can get down. Everyone thinks, he's a soft rock artist. No, the guy is very soulful.
He's a great singer and songwriter. So
yeah, exceptional songwriter.
Yeah,
but he's asking me where I'm from. He started out the conversation, where are you from? And I told him, I said, I'm from Georgia. He said, I'm kind of from North Carolina, and, that's where I played a lot and all that. And it's just like, met somebody in a bar having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that kind of guy. I mean, he was just very, very cordial guy. Humble as hell, too. I was just blown away. I'm said they were James Taylor, and he's asking where the hell I'm from.
Did you meet him in some like an official work capacity or outside of that?
No, I met him before his concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a meet and greet type thing.
Yeah.
And I met him before the show. Yeah, and his show he just blew everything away. I mean, he played a pretty long show, took an intermission, and played his hits. Man, I mean, it was just one after another, but very good show.
Beyonce won a country award, which is ridiculous. And look, the Nelly song, I listened to the song because I was intrigued. I was like, well, Nelly's on a country station. He's got a country song. It wasn't really a country song. It was kind of like Nelly. I mean, Nelly's he's a country guy. He's from St. Louis. He's got that sort of that country twang accent, St. Louis accent. But I don't know. It wasn't a country song. It was Nelly doing a Nelly song that kind of sounded a little bit country. I mean, he had a song called Country Grammar. It was one of his biggest hits.
Yeah.
So he plays off of that, but I wouldn't call whatever I heard on that country station country music. That's all I'm saying.
Well, didn't he collaborate with Florida Georgia Line some years ago?
Maybe.
And was on one of their songs, one of their records or something?
Maybe he did.
Know. Yeah. I think he did. So he's been in around the country scene. I think he even toured with them.
See, the difference is like, you remember back when Bubba Sparks came out with the white country rapper?
Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone's, it was played on country music stations a lot, but it just because he's white doesn't mean it's country. It was still rap.
Right.
You can put guitars to it and banjos and whatnot. That doesn't make it country music. You still have to. He was rapping. I mean,
yeah, and see,
he wasn't singing.
Country musician to me is like the closest one is Chris Stapleton, because Chris writes his songs, and and Chris has that soulful voice to sing his songs, and but you don't. I mean, Merle Haggard used to write all of his songs. Willie, of course, written hundreds of songs, and Waylon used to write his own songs. All of that, all those guys, that became extremely famous, in country. I mean, Alan Jackson, he's a great country singer and great artist. Also writes his own songs and all that. Garth, but as it waned on, man, I mean, we got into the 2000s and country just got a whole new makeover.
Well, it started in the early 2000s where it became pop music and not
Yeah,
country music.
Pop music, and now it's so much pop music that I just don't get it. And when I hear, well, Tyrus Smith was in town, and he, with his show, and had a big crowd. Who the hell is Tyrus Smith?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know these guys.
I think I know one of his songs, and it's pretty good. I don't know about the rest of his songs.
Kane Brown was in town. Now I know a little bit about Kane Brown, but that's very little.
Paradise Hills Farm says country music is a mix of rap and country, which is called crap.
Well, boy, he's right on with that. I mean, you remember in the Happy Gilmore movie, Post Malone's in that?
Yeah. Post, he was good in there too. It's like,
actually pretty funny in it.
One of my anybody who knows me knows about one of my favorite rappers, if not my favorite rapper of all time, is Tech Nine. I love Tech Nine, and Tech Nine does a lot of songs that over the years has collaborated with like heavy metal guys, hard rock, and so he does these type of songs that are like metal or rock. But when you listen to them, I don't consider them to be metal or rock songs. I consider them to be a rap song by Tech Nine, who's got like a metal band behind him. You know what I mean? I don't.
I see rap going certainly fits more with metal than it does with country.
Sure, absolutely. Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're talking about rap, you're supposed to be talking about in the hood. You're talking about urban music from urban areas.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about pig shit and ponds and
pickup trucks and Budweisers and whatnot.
Girls and trucks and titties.
Yeah, my dog died. Bought a new pickup truck. Lost my job.
That's right.
I can get drunk and
beer.
Do it all over again.
Now all I'm going to do is drinking a beer. Lou said he says there's a link for the press conference.
Yes. Well, but somebody said it was going to be on ESPN. That reminds me, I do have to. I'm going to watch this thing at 1 o'clock. I need to go ahead and end the show. You probably got to go anyway. But I got something I got to do real quick before I watch this press conference. So.
All right. Nice talking with you, Pete, as always.
Yeah. All right, Scott. Appreciate you.
Sir, you take care.
Hey, I'll get in touch with you when I get back from my cruise, and we'll figure something out. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Midday Show today. I'll be back tomorrow. At 7 p.m. for the ACC show with me and your boy C-Dog. You might see me before that. Who knows? Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a good day.